Hey guys, Barcode Pairs coming to you again with another deck profile. This deck profile, my friends, is about Empty Jar. I think this deck is actually very fun, and I find it very funny to use this deck. I'm a bit on the fact of I slimmed it down to 40 cards. A lot of people say it's better to have it at 40 cards. I'm gonna say yeah, it is. You draw into your play better, but I don't know why, but I have a feeling that I may run into someone who's just like, oh yeah, I'm an idiot and I'm gonna run over 40 cards, and it's like, But the deck itself is very funny. An infinite loop with Morphing Jar is incredibly funny to see your opponent just like, for fuck's sake, can I have a turn? Now, I love seeing people rage. I've always been a scrub duelist at heart, and I love seeing people rage. No matter what it is, I don't care what anyone says. You know, it's just so funny seeing your opponent rage. When I was using my old Final Countdown deck in real life, I actually had someone say to me, "Ugh, I look down upon people like you who use that deck." I was just like, it's just because you can't beat it, mate. And it's not hard to beat. Same as Empty Jar. Empty Jar is not hard to beat. You've just got to, hope to God you get the first turn in and hope that, you're using Rabbit or something. Now, the thing is like, Rabbit will hurt this deck. Lagias are going to hurt the deck. Dolka will hurt the deck stupidly. Macro is going to hurt the deck as well. It just screws up with the OTK and things like that. But anyway, guys, enough about explaining the deck. I'm now going to carry on and do the profile. So obviously we have one Morphing Jar. Morphing Jar is the main objective of the deck to get. Then we got two Needleworm. Needleworm just evens out the whole factor of, like, you've got a huge draw engine here, especially with Morphing Jar. And Needleworm, it's just like, if you draw two Needleworm and you got Morphing Jar, to be honest, I prefer to just set a Needleworm and just call go. And if he hits, he hits. But, I've got 3 gold sarks, I can search for my heavy storms, and I can just do what I need to do. Then we got 3 AD Changer. AD Changer is awesome. Pretty much if Morphing Jar is face down, banish it, it flips it face up, but it does not count as a summon. So they cannot TT, they cannot do anything. They can't even solemn your Morphing Jar, which makes this deck even stupider. Then we have 2 Tour Guides. A lot of people said to me that Tour Guide is really dumb to run in this deck. It's actually really good. I don't see who the hell said that Tour Guide is crap to run. Tour Guide is amazing to run. You can do Levia plays, you can also do Zen mains plays, and Tempo if people are actually, stalling you out with an Exceed. And the factor of making Levia, you're running 3 gold Sark. One of those gold Sarks is going to be for Morphing Jar. If you can special summon your Morphing Jar, then just set up your play. I ain't going to complain about that. But then we have the one Night Assailant. Night Assailant is purely because of the factor of if someone does destroy the Morphing Jar or get rid of it, at least we can discard it with Feather of the Phoenix and just add something back to the top of our deck, and then just set the Morphing Jar and continue to do our plays. I'm running 2 Deep Diver. I feel Deep Diver is good at 2 only because of the fact of, it works. It works stupidly well. It gives us our Morphing Jar and things like that. And I don't mind running it at 2 because it gives me an extra target just to ditch with Feather of the Phoenix. And that's something that a lot of people are underestimating. A lot of people don't think like, oh yeah, well, having 2 is just stupid when you only need 1. But then again, it adds more consistency to the fact that you're running more of them. And also, if you've already used 1, it means you can just use it as a target with Feather of the Phoenix. But then we've got Spirit Reaper. Spirit Reaper is just for general stall. If you do not draw into your combo and you need to wait 3 turns, just set Spirit Reaper, go, have fun. And the same with 1 Swift Scarecrow. I only feel the need to run this at 1 because of the factor of, not many people are really going to get a turn against us. It's also a target with Feather of the Phoenix, so. Then we got 3 Book of the Eclipse, 3 Book of Tayu, and 1 Book of Moon. This is the general combo and loop of the deck, including a Feather of the Phoenix and Magical Stone Evocation. So yeah, awesome cards. So yeah, obviously we're running 3 Feather of the Phoenix and 2 Magical Stone. We then got Card Destruction. Most people, when they see you play Card Destruction, will just say, fine, it's your game. Because it's literally your game-changing thing. If you draw into it off a Morphing Jar, just set everything else, play Card Destruction, they discard their whole hand, draw 5 more. Then you just keep doing your shenanigans, so it just gets even better. But then we have 3 Upstart Goblin. Upstart Goblin is good, just because of the fact of, it helps us draw into our combos. 1 Day of Peace at 1, sadly, but 1 Day of Peace is still good. Sadly, because of the fact that it's only at 1, the deck isn't as good as it used to be. But there's 2 MST, and 1 Heavy Storm. Macro, again guys, does fuck up this deck. And Heavy Storm, just general, if you draw Heavy Storm and Morphing Jar, and they had the first turn in, if you just play Heavy Storm, you can guarantee yourself game if they don't Solemn it or Starlight it. But then we've got 1 Monster Reborn, 2 Pot of Duality, 1 Foolish Burial just to get AD Changer to the Grave, just for a bit of deck thinning, and 3 Gold Sark. Gold Sark is obviously going to be at 3. There's not much in the side, there's only 2 cards in the side, which is D-Fissure, only because if we go up against Dark Worlds, it's going to fucking hurt. But the extra deck is 2 Zen Mains. I feel Zen Mains is very good for the deck, at least because of the fact of if you don't draw into your combo, then you know you're not really going to be able to do much else. And if you got Tour Guide with no Gold Sark, you may as well just go Zen Mains. 2 Levia. I know you're not really going to go into 2, but you know, 2. And then 1 Tempo, just cuz. Now I know it just shows just 5 cards in the extra deck, but you gotta think, if I was to take this with me around regionals, I would never take this to regionals because of the fact that there's only one day a piece. But if I was, I would have to fill it with a bunch of random stuff. Like I'd put a Lagia in there, I'd put an Ophion in there just to troll people, so people have no idea what I'm running. It just throws them off, and that's why I love this deck, because it's a troll deck. So yeah guys, that is my Morphing Jar, Empty Jar profile. Hope you guys like it. Leave your comments, give me a like and a sub, and I'll get back to you on some more scrub decks. God, you gotta love these scrub decks. I'll see you guys later.